Good evening. Thank you guys for tuning in. Just waiting for my waiting for my co-host to join in, and once my co-host join in, we'll go ahead and get this show started. Thank you guys again for tuning in to Steel Radio. Yeah, so it's gonna be a show. Just waiting for everybody to log in, log on, get ready, get situated, and we'll get on with the show. So I hope everybody had a wonderful Sunday. It's a bit cold out there, but yeah, we here. We made it through another day. Just waiting for my co-host. Just waiting for my co-host to come in, and we're gonna get started in a little bit. You know, we try to be on time, but sometimes when we're dealing with two different time zones, people got things going on in their lives and stuff like that. So we should be. What's up? What up? What up? What's up? What's up, Don? My man, how you going? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Waiting for my co-host. Don't know where they are just yet. They should be popping up any minute. Gonna get this show on the road. I could start the music, but I'd rather wait till they get on there and start the music. It'll make more sense. Then I don't have to repeat myself as much. Yeah. How's everybody doing on this Sunday evening? Okay. We're gonna see if it works this time. Let's see. Boom. I don't know what's going on. There it is.
We're not having any
Hi.
problems today.
Nah, not today. Seems like it's working.
Huh?
See if I opened.
Which one?
You said your big one?
Oh yeah, Brian is getting the wine corker, but you can pass me the Four Loko for now.
He's doing what?
He's getting my wine opener.
Oh, okay.
You know I can't do a show without some liquor.
Hey, I mean, I hear that.
Some libations. It gives me a reason to drink wine every Wednesday and Sunday.
Oh, I mean, I don't think you really need a reason.
I don't.
Exactly.
I don't. But you know.
Right. I know you don't need no reason. Niggas will be niggas.
I do not. Hey Dad. Hey Brianna. Hey One Scorpio Chica.
What's up,
Benjamin
Judy?
Stacks. I don't know who else is on here, but those are the names that I see right in front of me. So hello to everyone. We're gonna try this one tonight.
Oh, okay. What is it?
Hey Sneezy.
Is it like that stuff you had the other day, but just a different flavor?
Yeah. You want to try this one? You sure?
Yeah, sure.
You positive?
Yeah, I'm positive. Have it.
You know, these bottles make you feel like there's so much more in them. But it didn't even fill my wine glass up.
That's supposed to.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be just a little something. Right.
That's what Brian said it's not supposed to. Why?
I
Hey,
don't
Mail
know.
Lady.
I'm thinking it's supposed to be just a little something, just to, wet your whistle. So.
It's pregame. So you're supposed to drink that first and then get on to the real drink.
Get your beak wet. Yeah.
So I'll go ahead and drink that. You know, I'm gonna have to add my Miss Hot Topics logo to my glass.
Okay, I mean, yeah. Hell yeah.
That was a little more sour than the last one.
I said that. I mean, you made that sound like it hits you just right.
No, I mean, to be honest, I'm probably low key a lush.
Low key, you funny, you funny.
So it takes a lot to really,
Mm.
on this show, I will usually end up drinking a whole bottle of wine.
I said I don't know. Is that a lot? Little?
It's
I
a
don't
lot
even
for
know what that.
most people. It's a lot for most people. About a whole bottle of wine. And I try to buy wine that has like the highest percentage of alcohol in it. Because to me, like, what's the point of drinking alcohol if you're not going to feel it? Otherwise, I could have just had
Right.
a regular glass of lemonade, right?
Right. I mean, I don't know because I don't drink, but I mean, I guess I don't. I mean, so when you do that, like, what feeling are you going for exactly? Like, what you going?
Well, so usually when you have like what they would call a buzz or you're tipsy, you just feel a little more loose, a little more relaxed. I don't like to be like drunk. You see people are like just pissy ass drunk or whatever. I don't
Mm.
really like to get drunk enough to where like I'm gonna be throwing up and stuff. Nobody got time for that.
No one has time for that.
No.
No
But
one has time for that.
just enough where I'm feeling a little loosey goosey, a little tipsy. It makes me a little bit more giddy. When I'm drunk, I'm a little bit more touchy feely.
Oh, touchy feely.
I am,
Mm.
especially with women. I'm way more touchy feely
Oh,
with women when I'm tipsy or drunk.
so like, I mean, do you need to be tipsy to be touchy feely?
Oh no, no, I don't.
Oh, but
But
you're
what
just
I
more
mean
touchy.
it's like if I'm out in public, you know what I mean. If I'm tipsy or drunk and I see some woman who I'll just walk up to and be like, "You have a really nice ass. Can I touch it?" Like stuff.
Wait, so wait a minute. So you being touchy feely with people in public? Like I don't even understand how you do that. Just told you. Like
I
you
just
just
told
walk.
you
I mean,
how.
How does that even work? You just walk over to
Go
people and
ahead,
say,
what's
"Hey, I'm
Scorpio
about to be
Chica? Get your
tipsy."
glass of red wine, huh?
That's crazy.
So the joke. So before I officially said I was bisexual and I was heteroflexible, the joke
Okay,
used to always, huh?
I'm listening.
The joke used to always be that I would be 100% gay when I'm drunk.
Oh, okay. How does that work? I mean, does that has that happened? I don't even know what to say to that. I mean,
Well, it's like before, you know what I mean? I would always be like, yeah, no, I'm not really into it or whatever. But whenever I would get tipsy or whatever, they call alcohol liquid courage. So,
I do know that.
so I
I
think it
do
just
know
gave me the excuse to do what I probably already wanted to do.
that.
But
Oh, okay.
when you've been drinking, you're like, oh well, I was tipsy, girl.
Right. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's what's up.
I probably am. Probably am. Well, I'm already pretty truthful. Like I already pretty much say what I want. But if you can imagine that times 5 when I'm drunk.
Oh my God, I can only imagine. Shit. Well, I just want to say thank everyone for tuning in to Still
Mm.
Radio. We got that intro playing in the background. Again, we do not own the rights to any music that we play on the show. It's just music we like to play sometimes just to get us in the mood or whatever. But this happens to be our intro song. Something just to that's smooth and laid back, kind of get you in the mood for ready for a show. I'm your man, Steele. Those are my two
East
lovely
Coast.
co-hosts. Although you can't see one, there you go. There, you can just hit in there. You got
Wait,
Ebony, aka Miss Hot Topic,
are you reading this?
and once he comes on screen, you have
No.
my man Brian, aka Big Rabbit, aka the Green Eyed Genie, in the building. We in here chilling. We got a long ass intro. I don't even know.
Brianna wants to know what's wrong.
Yeah,
We're gonna get
it's
into
been
it
a
a
rough.
little bit, right?
Yeah, we get into it. It's been a rough week, babe. That's all. That's all. How are you? How's the muck muck? Yeah, so we're just chilling. And what is on that shirt?
Oh, it
On the
says
back?
strong black woman.
Oh, okay, all right. Strong black woman. There it is. Bam. There it is. What's up, B? How you been? How your day?
I'm chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sinus is messing
Yeah.
up. Other than that, I'm good.
Yeah.
Mook Mook is fine. He's asleep, and she's fine as well.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. Everybody's good. Everybody's fine. Everybody's whatever.
You know, I don't really like you here.
Ah. Well, I'm glad everybody is here. It's gonna be
This is our cycle. She's saying that.
a good show.
Gonna be a great show.
It'll be fantastic. It'll be fantastic.
Hello, who joined? Hello, Dream Lady. Hello, Lotus Linus. Hello, Build the Foundation. Brianna's laughing her ass off at you right now, she says.
I know. It's cool. It's cool.
It is cool.
It's all good. It's cool.
We grown.
It's cool. We chilling. It's all good. Nothing to it. Well, once again, thank you guys for tuning in to Steel Radio once again. I'm your man, Steel. I'm here with my lovely two co-hosts, Ebony, a.k.a. Miss Hot Topic, my man, Brian, a.k.a. B-Rabbit, a.k.a. The Green-Eyed Genie. And we're going to let this intro play out, and then we're gonna get into the show. I thank everybody for tuning in. Tonight, we just going to discuss this for a short period of time. We ain't going to hover on it too long, but it's been a bad week for me. So there's some things I just want to say, get off my chest. And then we're going to move on, and then we'll move on to something a little lighter. Something a little lighter. But yeah, this intro is about to fade out, and we about to get into it. And again, thank you guys for tuning in to Steel Radio.
That one's like alcoholic wine. It tastes like pickle juice.
So, how's everybody doing today? Thank you guys once again for tuning into Steel Radio. I gotta hold on. Let me talk my screen. So we just gonna talk. Oh, where'd you go?
I forgot to plug my phone in. It was just letting me know that my battery was low.
Oh, your battery was low.
But it's fine. I plugged it in. We're good.
We good? We ready to rock? Ready to talk about some shit? Ready to talk about it? All right. Well, okay. So I'm gonna talk about some things that's going on. Well, this week has been a bad week for me. This week, just been dealing with some like personal issues. I posted on my IG, you know what I'm saying, a little bit of anxiety and just, going through some depression, things like that, and just trying to sort through some feelings and some emotions about just a lot of things. So first off, as I've stated in one of my previous shows that we didn't end up recording. Yeah, so everyone knows or should know by now that I'm married. But dealing with that situation and that issue, I've apologized to a lot of people, and I've never apologized to my wife for anything that has happened through the duration of our marriage, through our separation, and soon to be divorced. So I do want to apologize to her for a lot of things because I don't. So when I speak, sometimes I don't. When I say things candidly on the air. I don't want people to think that, like it was, how do I put it? Um, I don't want anybody to get because I don't really talk too much about it or go too much into detail about it. Um, but I want to also say that a lot of the things that probably went on in my marriage and even relationships that I've been in the past or whatever stems from a lot of things from my childhood that I never even I never even told my wife about. So one of the things that I found out uh, not too long ago um, is that my mother, first of all, for those who know, probably about December 9th of 2018, uh, my mother passed away. Now, for those of you who know me, um, I need to explain something about that part of the story. So, my mother, uh, my mother had a Brian. Brian, yeah, I never even told you this before ever. Yeah, I never even told Brian. So my mother had a twin. Um, my mother had a twin. First of all, twins run in my family. So my mother had a twin. Um, and so the situation was my mom, my real mother, is the one who actually passed away. So back in 2018, when I told people that my mom passed away, people was like, "What? Wait a minute, we know your mom. Your mom didn't pass away." But they never really got the full story behind that because no one knew my mother had a twin. So my aunt, who was my mother's twin, actually ended up raising me as her child um, because my mother, my real mother, uh, she had some personal issues of her own that she was dealing with, like drugs, alcohol abuse, and a lot of different things like that. Unfortunately, my father was the one who actually got my real mother addicted to drugs. And then my aunt, my mom's sister, who's my mom's sister, ended up, oh my God, I don't even want to tell you. So my aunt ended up sleeping with my real mom, my father. So she felt really guilty behind that. So I guess in a sense, that's why she took me, I guess. But this has been like a family secret, like all my life that, this is the type of things that everyone knows, but you know what I mean? And so for me, knowing these, when I found out, I was, I mean, I didn't know how to deal with it. I didn't know how to cope with it. Um, it bothers me. Um, so yesterday was my mother's birthday. Um,
Your biological mother?
I mean, they're twins, so they're both of their birthdays the same. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Oh,
But
duh.
yeah.
Well, question, when
So
did you find out?
right before my grandmother passed away, because my grandmother, I used to go see her periodically. Brian, you met Grandma Tillery. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like right before she passed away, like I would go see her from time to time. And then, like when people get old, people think that, they have dementia, that just because they have dementia that they're crazy or something like that. And it's not so much that they're crazy, it's just that
Mm.
certain things will trigger certain memories and things like that. You know what I'm saying? She always used to call me her little man. So when I would sit there and I would talk to her about certain things, like she would just say the most randomness of things, and then she would repeat herself like over and over again. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, "Grandma, like, what you talking about?" You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. And then, you know what I'm saying, just through just random conversations and random things that she would say, So when I finally went to one of my aunts and asked her, like, yo, like, what's grandma talking about? Like, what is this? Like, somebody need to tell me something. And I got my answers. And
But how long ago was that?
just in 2018, my grandma passed away in 2019. So like end of 2018, going into 2000, on the
Okay.
2019, or whatever. Um, and it like so a lot of things just didn't make sense to me in my childhood. Like with my mom who raised me would just like would like just beat my ass all the time, and just the anger that she would always display towards me, and just a lot of the mean things that she would always say. Like I just never really understood where all the anger came from, and just I wish I didn't have you, and just so for the longest time when I was younger, I always struggled to understand like if you're my mom, like how could a mother just say the things that she say or just do the things that she would do, and it just never really made sense to me. But then after I found out the real, I mean, shit, it just makes a little bit more sense. It's kind of like puts your life a little bit more into
Mm-hmm.
perspective, of all the ass whoopings and all the negative shit that's ever that's happened. Um, so a lot of that stuff, even before knowing, I held on to a lot of that, just a lot of that pain, and that's and when you hold on to stuff like that, like it just it fucks with you, like it really fucks with you. Um, it makes you, I don't know, it fucks with your head, So hearing things like, you know, you're never good enough, you're never gonna be this, you're never gonna be that, all kinds of things. You start to grow up, you start to believe in that, what I'm saying? So much so that growing up, like I felt like even as an adult, I always felt like I wasn't good enough. And I guess that's why a lot of times, I don't know if you noticed or not, but sometimes I do things like on a grand scale. I don't know, maybe. But I think sometimes I do that just to try to make myself feel better, to try to make myself, I don't know, feel important enough to to I don't know, just feel better about myself.
So that you are good enough.
Yeah, basically. So even with my daughter and my kids, sometimes I feel like I'm not a good enough father. Um, when it came to even when it came to my wife, I felt like I wasn't a good enough husband that I probably could have been. Um, I tried to be, but when I was dealing with my own personal demons, just about a lot of stuff, I don't think I gave her a fair chance to know me because I was so busy just hiding from the pain of the things I was going through in my life. You know what I'm saying? How can you really know somebody? How can someone really know you if you don't even let them know who you are? You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of what ended up happening was definitely my fault. And anything that came from that based on how she may have acted, how she may have treated me, or just the things that I even put in my own head about shit. 'Cause sometimes, reality and perception is two different things. You know what I'm saying? So like what I may have perceived to be one thing probably wasn't even the reality. And you take that, mm, mix that with the anxiety, mix that with depression and everything else. Sometimes you might start to see shit and hear shit that probably wasn't even motherfucking there. And because I reacted in a very immature way, and I did some things that were detrimental. Um, so yeah, so in processing all this shit, I'm just trying to again get over these hurdles in my life, get over this depression that I deal with. Um, so yes, the other day it was kind of hard for me because I called my mother who raised me and I wished her a happy birthday. But it kind of hit me and I was crying and shit the other day, yesterday, because my real mother I was always told that she was just a crazy aunt. You know how you got the crazy aunt or the crazy uncle in your family? So I was always told that she was just, she's just a crazy aunt. But then I had to think like how hard or how painful could that have been for her to be dealing with it, whatever it was that she was dealing with, and to have a son and couldn't even tell me that she was my mom because of everything else. Or how could, I never called her to wish her a happy birthday because I just thought that she was just a crazy aunt. You know what I mean? That type of thing. Um, and to have the mother who raised me to able to celebrate and enjoy, and my mom couldn't, I don't know. I felt some kind of way about it. So it just makes me wonder, like, maybe I could have been the bright light in her life that could have changed some things for her, but I never got the opportunity. Um, I never got the opportunity to do that. Um, so yeah, so I'm just, it's just been a little hard the last couple of days. Just trying to, I don't know, just trying to deal with it. Trying to learn to deal with acceptance. Trying to come to terms of the mistakes that I've made, and things like that. Um, so yeah, that's what I've been dealing with this week. So
It's interesting that you would say that because this week I posted on my Facebook and I said that it's time to release the person you became to survive. So as you were talking, that's what I kept hearing in my head. Like it's time to release the person you created for survival.
yeah.
One Scorpio Chica says, I'm sorry and I'm glad you're sharing. You're in the process of healing now. Um, Building the foundation said, great start, proud of you.
Mm.
And honestly, I think this is probably stuff that, first of all, I think the Black family, throughout history, the Black family has always been kind of taught that, we don't really talk about the family business outside the house. And throughout history, Black families just have stuff that we just don't talk about. Repeat that. It's time to release the person that you created to survive. It's time to be you, to love you, to know you for who you really are, and not the you created to survive. I definitely resonate with the feelings of not being good enough. I went to therapy in 2015 and found out that was a struggle that I was having. And I found that out because I was struggling because my fiance at the time didn't want to have sex anymore. And at the time I felt like, well, if we're not having sex, that's all I got to give. And I just felt like, wow, what's wrong with me? And anyway, I went to the therapist, and the therapist said, what you're really struggling with is feelings of not being good enough, because my mom, my biological mom too, was addicted to drugs, and she didn't raise me. So from the beginning, I always felt like, why wasn't I good enough for you to kick that drug habit and be a mom to me? And so all of these different things that you don't even add up, between my biological mom and my dad, and when people hurt you, and you feel like when you are being your authentic self, and people take that and they hurt you and they turn that against you, and so it gives you the feeling of, I must not be good enough. So I appreciate and applaud you for sharing, for being open and honest enough to share that. I know that it is difficult for you just because of who you are. But it is a conversation that so many of us need to and often want to have, but don't really know how. Most people don't call up their friends and say, man, I feel like I'm not good enough. You know what I mean? That's not really a thing that we do. We're all about putting on masks. We're all about, again, in the Black culture, we're all about, suck it up and keep it moving. You'll be all right. You'll be fine. And so I appreciate you, and I thank you for sharing. And I think that, you should not push these things away, push them down. You should feel them. You should experience them. You should go through the process so that you can finish the process. Because often what happens is you start the process and it hurts too much. It's too heavy. It's too hard. So you push it away, push it down, and then you end up right back in this place again. And it's like a hamster on a wheel because it's just too hard to deal with. Mail Lady says, to everyone on here, just know I love you all and know that you are good enough and you are worth everything. Brianna says, proud of you, Dad. You're enough and you're a great father. We love you. We love you too, Mail Lady. The issue with that really is, though, is that it has to come to a place where you can believe it for yourself. Because it really doesn't matter, how many. It's like Dr. Phil used to say on his show all the time, for every 100 attaboys, one negative comment takes away from every 100 attaboys, right? So the issue really becomes in how can I make myself know? How can I come to a place where I know within me that I'm good enough? How can I come to a place where I love me enough where if one person doesn't think I'm good enough, fuck them? Yes, Paul Lawrence Dunbar said it best. We wear the mask. And so that's the thing. Everybody's walking around wearing the masks and everybody's hurting. And then you got hurt people. Because sometimes hurt people don't even know they're hurt. So hurt people are hurting people. And now we're all bleeding all over the place and nobody can help anybody. Mm-hmm. So this is good conversation. I know that you can always call Brian. I'm looking because I'm trying to see. Look like he got a tear in his eye. The two of y'all, you can always call.
What?
Oh, don't cry, babe. Why are you crying? You want to talk?
No.
He doesn't want to talk. Okay. You want tissue? Okay. You can always call either one of us. If you don't want us to talk back, you just want us to listen, that's what we do. But at the end of the day, you know that we love you. We accept you for who you are. We're also going to tell you the truth. So, it's good to have people in your world that will tell you the truth, that will tell you, no, that was fucked up. You know what I mean? That will tell you, no, you need to grow up. You know what I mean? Because sometimes that's what we need. Because often what I used to do was I used to just have these pity parties, right? And I just wanted to have my pity party. I didn't want anybody to try to convince me of anything else. Pretty Driven says it's okay to forgive yourself. That is a very good point. That is a very good point. We have to come to a place where we forgive ourselves. Here's the thing. You can't go back and change anything that happened, but the only thing you can do is learn from it. One Scorpio Chica says, when you love yourself to heal, you will become self-affirmed. It's so hard to get there. I'm crying, I'll admit. Similar past. Thank you for this platform. Lotus Lion says healing comes in layers and it's a full-time job. It most definitely is a full-time job. And here's the thing. Once you get over that one layer, then you dig deeper into another layer, or something will happen it's almost like PTSD that will trigger something and you'll be like, wait a minute, I thought I had dealt with this, and you got to deal with it all over again. And that's okay. That's okay. None of us are perfect. None of us, when we die, we won't be perfect. The only thing that we can do is try to learn, try to heal, try to grow, and try to help and build each other up. So tears are cleansing. They are helpful. It is okay for men to cry. It is okay for you to feel your feelings. What? Both of my men crying. It's all right. It's good. I think it's really good. I honestly, when I see a man cry, to me, it's a good thing for me, because then men are feeling their feelings. So many men, especially Black men, have been taught and raised not to feel their feelings. And so when I see especially a Black man cry, it's deep for me. And I know that they're feeling their feelings, and I know that it is something serious. Building Foundation says, I hate to see you cry, but births only come with water. You got this. Y'all got it.
Mm, yeah. Um.
It's okay.
mm, mm.
For once, I'm not crying. Brian calls me a crybaby because I'm always crying. So
Mm,
y'all gotta feel these feelings because they come back, and then someone
mm,
else gets the brunt of that pain that you decide you don't want to feel. You end up inflicting it on somebody else.
mm.
This is very brave, and I applaud you for it. I know you
Oh,
really,
well,
Paul,
thank
are ready to
you.
move on.
Ah, I'm just I don't know. I mean, it's just hurt. A lot of hurtful feelings. Just a lot of just a lot of things. Um, I don't know. Just it just hurts. It just hurts. That's all. And then
Yeah,
I guess what hurts the most. I guess the hurt. I guess what hurts the most is um when you end up when you end up hurting people. That's the that's the most hurtful part when you end up hurting people because you didn't deal with your own personal issues or you didn't know how to deal with your own personal issues. Um, but no one really um,
the tools.
gave, gave you the tools to even deal with it. Like, growing up, like my biggest goal and biggest focus was graduate high school and don't be dead by the time you're 21. That was pretty much it. There was no, what did you want to, it was like, what you want to be when you get older. We'll figure that shit out. But right now, just graduate high school and just don't be dead by the time you're 21. And that was it. It's like no one, so it's like, so sometimes I always often wonder, like, man, like, what my life could have been, like had it, like somebody would have just stepped in and intervened. Like if somebody in my family would have just told me the fucking story in the beginning and just let me walk around this whole time just not knowing shit. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah,
and then the thing about it is, even my mom who raised me, the thing about it is, she doesn't even know that I know. Like about 2 weeks ago, I was talking to her, um, and actually I had my earpiece in and touched my headset and ended up calling somebody. And then someone actually ended up hearing the conversation that I was having with her. It was like I wanted to tell her then that I knew, but I didn't even know how to tell her that I knew. I was just trying to find out answers as to like, why did you beat me so much? You know what I mean? Like like I didn't understand that. Why? You know what I'm saying? Like when I told you that like I had been molested, like why didn't you believe? You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. And even I never really realized until recently that like how damaged or scarred I was by being molested because it's like when you're young and something like that happens, you know what I'm saying? Especially by a man, you know what I'm saying? Like you just end up in this world where like growing up, like anytime any man said anything to me, like in like of authority, like I'm like, nah, nigga, that ain't gonna work for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a punch you in the face. Like like when I was in the military, like you know, and it was just so then when it comes to relationships, like my mom who raised me was just so authoritative and just so just you know what I'm saying? So anytime I was in a relationship, if a woman said anything out the way, I'm just like, fuck you think you talking to me? You're not my mother. You know what I'm saying? And then it just gives you a very skewed way of
hmm
thinking and no one ever just reeled me in to say, hey young man, that's not correct. But I was just, everything that I've learned, I've had to learn on my own. You know what I'm saying? Like no father figure. You know what I'm saying? No, nobody. Like hell, like we just talked about last show. Like I don't have any male friends. I got Brian. You know what I'm saying? I got my man Don. Um, you know what I'm saying? And then I got my students, but most of them they call me like pop and shit. So you know what I mean? So trying to be, I don't know, this I guess role model, I guess, to people, and then you don't even know what your real purpose is in life, period. But then trying to find a purpose in other people's lives, mm, it doesn't work sometimes. You know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it's
But
important for you to recognize that your mom is hurting too. And I don't know what the hurt is from. I don't know, you it doesn't sound like they talk a lot, so you may never know what it is that she experienced prior to becoming your mom. I'm talking about your aunt mom. You may never know, but if she behaved that way towards you, it's because she has some hurt and some pain that she hasn't dealt with. So
I realized that I realized that, but it was just like, fuck.
I mean, it's not an
You know what I mean? I
excuse.
didn't.
It's
I
not
mean,
an
I didn't
excuse,
ask to
but
come
now
here.
as
I
an
mean,
adult, you can say, you know what, she's hurting, she's going through her own pain, and she could not look past that enough to be a better mom to me. So it's not an excuse, but as an adult,
yeah,
we realize that, I always tell people that our parents did the best they could with what they had, right? Because every generation comes up with like different, newer ways to parent and do things differently and maybe even better. But you only can do what you have. You know what I'm saying? So if she wasn't given the tools, if she had all these different experiences or whatever, she couldn't give you what she didn't have.
yeah,
And I do see that like you said, even though you feel like you didn't have, you're not sure if you're doing it right or whatever it is, you've taken the time to be the male role model in so many other children's lives. Probably because you didn't have that in your life. So Pops is somebody's male figure that they don't have in their own life. And they'll be able to tell other people, but man, I had this boxing coach, I called him Pops, and this is what he did for me. Let me read
yeah.
some of the comments. Um, Build the Foundation says you're dealing with it now, and now you're helping others, even me. The public apology is enough, and I certainly appreciate it. Thank you. Sneezy says there are so many beautiful things that come out of the darkness and pain. The key is to make sure that you learn, grow, and heal. Your future will be better because of what you're doing for yourself now. One Scorpio Chica says you've been walking around with this with so much pain and trying to deal with it alone. I'm so glad you're letting others in and forgiving yourself. You're going to be okay. I had to forgive my mother and ended up caring for her until she passed. My God. Sneezy, I've been there too. I remember like my grandparents raised me because my biological mother was on drugs all of my life. She only got off drugs because the drugs ended up making her have a lot of health issues, and she ended up having like 8 strokes or something like that, and she ended up in a nursing home at 50, and she died at 53. Um, so in 2013. So um, but my grandfather was mean and surly and nasty. And I remember going to church saying, I hate him. I can't wait for him to die. And it ended up that he ended up getting dementia. And I had to be the one that took care of him. And it was, but it was also, that experience was also very healing. You know what I mean? Because I saw him as a different person. He saw me as a different person. Life has a way of, teaching you lessons if you're paying attention. So,
Mm.
I don't really know anybody that can say I had, the best parents growing up. You all right? Okay. I'm just checking on you. All right? You been quiet? Um, yeah, so this is good. I think that you should keep sharing. You should keep feeling. Um, Take off the mask little by little, even if you can't rip the whole mask off, just take it off piece by piece. Um,
I'm trying to. I mean, I'm trying to, but it's just been rough. You know what I'm saying? It's been rough. But I'm uh having this, I guess, this platform to be able to share is good for me because if not, I be man. Listen, you know what I mean? Yeah. Sometimes it's not good to be alone with your own thoughts and your own vices. You know what I mean? That type of
yeah.
because
And
like a
and
lot of
here's the other
bad
thing:
shit.
depression is real, right? Depression is
Oh, it's
real,
good.
and
Oh, it's
I think this depression, anxiety, those type of things are stuff that we don't really deal with in the Black community because again, we're being told, you know what I mean. You got to do what you got to do. You got and so we're just walking around with this great depression, and nobody even knows it. It's
mm-hmm.
often, I go to work, I get on here. It's times that I've talked to you and I've gotten on here and smiled and laughed and cut up and had a good time. And then I talk to you the next day and be like, yeah, I'm having a rough time. And you're like, you were fine on the show. I've learned how to do that.
I mean,
So,
I mean, yeah, I'm like that almost every
yeah.
day.
But every now and then you do that for so long, it's like, I just can't do it today. You know what I mean? Every now and then it's just like, I don't have the strength. I've been doing this for so long that today I literally don't have the strength to pretend like I'm not hurting.
Yeah.
And Mail Lady says one day at a time. And that's all it is, one day at a time. You know, and we all make up all kinds of different reasons, you know what I mean? And some of those reasons are valiant, you know what I mean? Like sometimes, especially when you have friends or whatever, I can hear you saying, well, I don't want to call Brian and tell him what's going on with me because he's dealing with his own thing. That's what we always say, well, they're dealing with their own thing. They got this going and that going. But that's not a good enough reason. Real friends and real family, it doesn't matter what I got going on. It doesn't mean that what you have going on isn't important as well. So I don't want saying that to yourself, your brother. Say to yourselves, because I live with him. So we're always here for you. And we're never going through too much that we can't stop and talk and at least, listen or cry with you or whatever it is that you need. And everybody needs to have at least one person in their life like that.
Mm.
You may not have a quiver full, but at least one that won't judge you, that won't look at you any differently the next day or the next week. And we're just having what did you call it? Mess deck call? Is that what you call it?
Mess next to
Yeah, it's just a mess deck talk. You know what I mean? Like right now, this is what I need to do right now.
mm-hmm.
And it does take a lot of energy to maintain that mask, Lotus Linus, which is why, like I said, sometimes after you maintain that mask for so long, it comes a day where you just like, I don't have it in me. I just don't have it in me.
This is true, especially when you have a different mask for every person you come in contact with, because you have to be a different person for everybody.
Yeah.
And sometimes you do that shit for so long, you end up losing yourself and don't even know who the fuck you are. You feel me? So,
And
long.
now add on to that the whole religious and church aspect of it, right? Because for me, it's the whole religious and church aspect because our hope is in Jesus and we're happy in Jesus. We got the joy of the Lord. You know what I mean? And so you're not supposed to be if you love the Lord, why are you worried? Why are you depressed? Why are you upset? You don't trust him.
Because I'm human, that's why.
So there's so many different, like you said, masks that we have to wear one at work. You have to wear one with your partner. It's just so many different ones. One Scorpio, Chica says, I tell you what, the older you get, the less of an ability to have to maintain those masks. At 56, I got tired and said, to hell with it. Mail Lady says, thank God for this outlet. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I started the blog, and it's called Behind Her Smile. And the reason that I started that blog is because, again, I felt like all the time I'm just walking around smiling and everything's fine. I'm blessed in the Lord. Everything's going to be great. I'm great. You're great. We're all great. And I just was like, you know what? There have to be other people like me who are just walking around depressed and upset, or want to, at least today, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be a thing that you're depressed 24/7, but we're always, so I started a blog called Behind Her Smile for this very reason, because I needed an outlet where I could say, no, I'm not good. This is the shit I'm feeling today. This is fucked up. Like, you know what I mean? So yes, these outlets, yes, Brian, we're all human, Lotus Lioness says. And it's hard because, Paul, you're probably, all of us probably, we're the strong friends, right? We're the one that keeps everybody smiling and keeps everybody upbeat, and we're the strong one. We're the ones that always look like we got everything under control. So it's hard to be that person and feel these feelings as well, because then in your head, you're like, I'm not going to appear as strong to them. I'm not going to appear as put together to these people if they saw that this is really who I am.
Yeah, pretty much. That's me every day, all day, all the time, all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But look how many people you reach when you say, I'm not always as put together. I'm not as fucking strong as you think I am. Then they're like, well, shit, you human like me. I'm dealing with this too. You know? So it's like we're putting on all these airs and all these masks and pretending for people who we think we have to pretend for, when they really are relieved that you're feeling some of the same things they are.
Yeah. So one of my biggest defense mechanism to most things, especially when I'm hurt, my feelings are hurt, I go dark 30. Like I'm out of it. Like I'll shut down. Like I won't talk to nobody. I'll just be like, people look like, nigga, where you at? I'm out of it. Like I don't talk. I don't talk to nobody. Or if someone's done something to me that's hurt my feelings, like, so rather than me like argue with you or fuss with you, I'll just leave. So it's like, it's just funny that a lot of times, I always think that, like, I don't know. I just always think that anytime you have a disagreement, I always think it's an argument. And all the time, like if we have a discussion, like a heated discussion about something, oh, we arguing? Oh, you know what? I'm leaving. I'm out of here. I'm done. Like that's my answer. Like that's just my
Now,
that's just.
adults have to disagree and talk through their disagreements.
Well, you know what? I haven't been an adult, damn it, and I'm learning to try to be one. But normally I'm like, shit. If we have a disagreement, it's a fight to me, and I'm out of here. Like I'm not sticking around for this bullshit. Bye.
So when you do that, do you come back? And when you come back, you just ignore what we were talking about, or how does it ever get resolved?
Usually when I do calm down, I don't want to talk about shit. I don't end up talking about it at all. And then basically what ends up happening is it takes whatever problem it was and just kind of like sweeps it under the rug, and it never gets addressed. And then the person feels like, well, we never addressed that. And then it just comes back later. And then the next time there's an argument, is that argument plus the last argument that I never addressed. And then it's just and then that's when it does turn into an argument. And I'm like, well, see, that's why I'm leaving the fuck alone. You know what I'm saying? And I'm out of there. I mean, so but I'm
so what you need to do is start setting personal goals. The first personal goal you can set is that we're going to talk through and resolve this issue. It doesn't have to be an argument.
It doesn't have to be an argument. Exactly. That's what I think.
Uncomfortable conversations have to happen because we're adults, right? So we can have an uncomfortable conversation without it being an argument.
Yeah, I guess we can. I guess that's possible. I guess it's possible.
But I get it. So I definitely withdraw. I don't really withdraw from arguments, although I don't like to argue. I know that I seem real boisterous and stuff like that, but I really don't like to do too. Like you say what you got to say, and I say what I got to say. And if at some point we're not meeting, I really don't want to keep. I don't want to keep doing this. Like I just don't. I choose not. I don't want to keep doing this. But it's like if I feel like I'm in a depression, if I know it's one of those days that I don't feel like putting on my face, I do the same thing. I don't answer my phone. It's been times that I just don't go, I'm not going to church for a couple of weeks because I just don't feel like going and pretending. But I also don't feel like people keep saying, what's wrong? What you want to talk about? Like, I don't feel like none of that shit. So I just stay to myself till I feel like I'm ready to pretend again. But we're working on that. Sneezy says you have to be vulnerable and get naked with yourself to heal. It's true. It's true. And that's, you think you don't like arguing with other people. The hardest thing is to like look at yourself. It's times that I just stand in the mirror and be like, what the fuck? To myself. You know what I mean? And that's hard.
Yeah, I mean, again, so that's what I guess again that's another thing that I've been again trying to deal with is just the fact that it's bad enough that I've gone through things that I've gone through and haven't dealt with those issues. But then again, when you stop and you look back and you think about like the havoc and the pain that you cause other people, and now you gotta stand there and you have to look at yourself and like, fuck, nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? Like then that's those memories and those things start to haunt you and torment you. It's like you start like, damn, like what could I have done better? I should have did this. And then it's just like now you have to deal with the consequences of your actions. Like hold yourself accountable, but then you just have to deal with the consequences of your actions.
And the only thing you can do, but here's the other thing. What I would suggest is that even at the onset of whatever relationships you build, and I'm talking about romantic, friendships, whatever, like the thing that worked for me and Brian is that we're upfront with each other. We tell each other up front, this is how I like to deal with things, right? So you say up front, I really don't like arguing. It's brings up some shit from my past. So if we get into something that looks like an argument, I may want to just walk away. At least that person knows what that's about, right? So that they can at least have some background to say, okay, I know why he's walking away right now. Because if you care about the person, you don't want to leave them in the dark.
Right.
So you know why you're doing it, but they have no idea. But if you let them know up front, I'm really not the argumentative type of person. Like, Brian let me know up front. If I feel like I'm not being heard, then I have a tendency to shut down.
Right.
So now that I'm armed with this information, you know what I mean? If I see that he looks like he's starting to shut down, there are times that I will ask him, like, are you shutting down right now? Do you feel like I'm not listening to you? Whatever the thing is, so that at least now we know what's really happening and we can communicate about that, as opposed to everybody trying to guess and she telling her girlfriends, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with this nigga. He don't want to talk about nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So start with that.
Boom. There you have it. So I just want to say really real quick, thank everybody for tuning in. We're not going to end the show yet, but I just want to thank everybody for listening to me. I had to get those emotions out. I had to get those feelings out. It was like pressing on me, pressing on my heart, and I just wanted to get it out. It's like my therapy session. You guys are like my therapy.
Yes, my Cash App is got. Oh, you don't. Okay.
No. So now that we got all that hard shit out the way, let's start the show. Like, let's get up to talk about some fun shit now.
Let's talk about it. Okay, so
let's talk about
the last show, somebody said they want to talk about BDSM. I don't know what in particular you want. I'm thinking that like Sunday is turned into Let's Talk About Sex Sunday, because y'all like to talk about
we already talked about
experts. Do we look like sex experts or something, Paul? Are we sex experts? I don't know.
I mean, you seem to be let's see. Now what's Bree saying now?
Now time to get into the Christmas spirit.
Yes, we will get to the Christmas spirit.
I told you that I really have had formal training as a sex educator and counselor. So anyway.
I mean, you have told me that.
And experience is a good teacher. So I got a message from someone who wanted me to bring this topic or question up today. And it was, have you ever been in a situation, or have you ever refused sex because of, for women, it would be because of the size of his penis. What can I say? Penis? Brian hates when I say penis. He doesn't want me to say penis or vagina. He's like, it's a dick. Can I say, what do I say on the show today?
Whatever they said to you.
Okay. So have you ever refused to have sex with someone because the dick was too big, or it was too small, Or
You
I
just,
don't know, is like vagina shape, is pussy shape a thing? Like, I mean, pussy size a thing? Because you don't know the size of pussy till you get in it, though, right?
Right.
well, I mean,
Oh,
yeah,
clits a thing.
I
Brian
mean,
said
so,
clits are a thing.
well, yeah, because every woman, you know what I'm saying, has a different size. I mean, yeah, you know what I'm saying. You
Clit,
got
you
big
can
ones,
say,
small ones, little ones.
you're a big boy. You're almost 50. You can say clit.
I mean, well, yeah. So I mean, some are big, some are small, and you know what I'm saying, or whatever. But
Have you ever
also,
refused a woman or didn't want to have sex with a woman because she had her clit was too big?
I did.
Brian said he
no,
did.
I certainly did.
Tell us about it.
yeah, yeah, Brian, share your story.
I was talking to this lady and everything was going well in our conversation. Why is he laughing already? Because I'm being too proper. That's what it is. So when it came time for us to get together,
Y'all get on my nerves.
she pulled her pants down and her clip met me before anything else. And I was like, what the hell? She's like, oh, I didn't. I'm serious. This is like a little miniature dick. And I
So
was like, what the hell's going on here?
And
did
so
you
what she
run?
say? What she say?
I said, I can't do this.
And when she said, why, baby? Come on, why?
No, she never called me. She's like, why? I was like, honestly, your clit is like a little dick, and I'm not trying to be fucking you and fucking a dick in this. I can't do it. And she said it's cool. She said it's been a problem before. I was like, so wouldn't you want to tell somebody this shit up front before they got to just
I mean,
walk into that shit?
but like if you're a
Oh, would you
woman,
refuse somebody because the clit was too big? Would you say no? Or would you be like,
I
come on?
mean, I'm gonna be honest. Like if it looked like a small penis, I'm probably gonna opt out of that. Yeah, I'm be like, nah, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm be like, I'm good. I'm be out of there. Like, I ain't gonna do that. Like, nah. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, nah, I'm good. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, but just like women, they have like women. I don't know if women know, but depend like certain like women have like the angle in which your vagina is will also cause a different like feeling when you're doing it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so
Wait, so is women having no walls? Is that a thing? Because here's the thing, right? Like we can have babies. Like we push whole humans out of us and our vaginas snap back. So why does any dude think that their dick is about to come in there and do any type of damage that a whole 8-9 pound baby didn't do?
because I think the reason why, because when you're having a baby, your body is preparing itself to deliver a baby. So yes, it's going to do what it does and open up to push the baby out, right? But after the baby's out, it got snapped back, right? So it's gonna snap back to where it was. So it's not. So I don't really think we as men, think that we gonna like destroy it or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you know what I'm saying? You are led to believe that you can destroy it because you know what I'm saying, we watch porn, right? So in porn, they're making the sounds, right? Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh my God, yeah, 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 yeah. So when you hear those sounds, right?
That don't
You
sound
think
like
that
anything is getting destroyed.
yeah, like when you do it, like you think you're doing something. You know what I'm saying? So you're led to believe that you can destroy it, right? So then
So I
sometimes
guess
as
my
a man,
question is, what are women doing to their vaginas that messes with their walls? Because like if you can have whole babies and your walls are gonna be fine, like what are women doing? I told you we watched that Strange Sex, and the dude
right?
said that when he had sex with his wife, he said it was like throwing a tennis ball down a hallway. And I'm trying to figure out
I mean, it just
how.
I mean, I don't know. It depends. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Who does? I don't even know what she was doing or how she was doing. I mean, she could be using toys, right? She could be using very, very large toys. And if whatever she's using, right, is bigger than her husband, then if he go
Snap
in,
back. It's gonna snap back though.
it,
All
it,
she
it's
gotta do
gonna
is take a
listen.
hot bath, and it's right back.
Listen, it's gonna snap back, but it ain't gonna. It might not snap all the way back. You get what I'm
So she
saying?
can just do
It's not.
some Kegels and a hot bath, and she'll be good.
Maybe she's not doing her Kegels. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she's not doing her Kegel exercise.
So have you ever refused sex from, have either one of y'all ever refused sex from a woman like after you got in there and it felt like it was a tennis ball in the hallway? Like have you been like, yeah, no, this isn't gonna work? Like how does that?
I've never experienced that.
You've never had that experience? Have you ever had that experience?
No, that's when you get into fisting.
What? This he said that's when you get into fisting. How does fisting happen with your dick? Like you use your fist for that. How is that going to get you where you're going?
I'll get it. Don't work on me.
You won't come from fisting her?
Nah.
Oh. She going to give you a head?
I'll take care of myself. I'm good.
Oh.
Okay. All right. I don't know about
this arm will.
like even when I've seen like porn where somebody has their whole fist in somebody, I'm like, how is that turning you on to know that your whole fist can go in her? Like what? Lotus Liner says, get your Kegels on and eat your pineapples, ladies.
Yeah, I don't.
Melanie says, OMG, Brian.
I'm just saying.
I mean, hold on, Brian. So wait a minute. Your whole fist, Brian?
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like, okay, so let me ask you a question. In a situation like that,
have you seen how big his hand is?
Yeah,
a whole fist?
So let me ask you, so in a situation like that, who exactly asks for that shit? You, I mean, who suggests that? Hey, dude. Like,
you know what it is. You start off with 2 fingers, and then you put in the third one, and she goes for that. Then you put in. It's like he just keep doing it till he got all 5 fingers in there, and she's still like, "I'm good." Oh, yes, daddy. And then he just pushed the whole hand in there.
Yep.
I mean,
it wasn't me though. It wasn't me. I'm just.
Oh, because I was about to say, because I mean, you said 1, 2, 3 in the whole hand, like you speaking from experience and stuff over there. You hear? No, it wasn't you.
No whole fist is ever going to go in my vagina. I can't. It's what?
Like, I already said. I literally said there. This dick ain't doing it. How about this arm? If this the game we're gonna play, let's play it all the way out.
He is a sexual deviant. I'm starting to believe.
How you figure that? It was ego. What nothing we gonna say? All right, time to pack up and go home. No,
because the dick wasn't doing it. So you just was like, I'm gonna fix her.
Yeah, we're gonna change the situation.
Because you didn't want her to leave and say he couldn't say her.
What happens when you put your whole fist in there? Like, what does she do? Like,
you just go. You never seen it on porn where they just be going in like this.
No, not a whole fist. Not a whole motherfucking fist.
There's a whole porn category called fisting. Look it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. But I've seen a couple fingers or something like that, but not a whole fist stuff. Like, what are you talking about? Whole hand? Shit. Oh, you people. What else we talking about? What else you got?
Okay, what about, have you ever?
He said you people.
Have you ever refused sex from someone for hygiene purposes?
Fuck yes. Absolutely.
What do you say? What do you say to her though?
I told you my go-to.
Typically it goes a little something like this. You in the room, you about to get busy. You're stripping down to your clothes. You're like, oh shit, it's about to go down, right? You start taking her clothes off. Shirt gone. Bow. Bra gone. Bow. You get to the panties. You pull them. Wow. What the fuck? Listen, no, I'm out of here. And you out.
You just do it just like that? You just
listen, here's the thing. If you start to pull somebody's woman's panties down, and her pH balance is off, and that shit starting to smell like salmon croquettes, we out of there. Done.
Because if you can smell it, she can smell it. But you know, some women are so used to smelling it.
Listen, there's been times I've been working out at the gym, and I hit me one of these like, what the fuck? Oh my God. You hear me? So again, if I can smell myself, I know other people can smell me. I got to go to the bathroom. I got to get some soap and water. I got to wash up, I got to do something. So there's no way as a woman. Here's the thing. No woman.
Like some women are so used to like the smell that they don't know that there's anything off with it because they're so used to living.
Nah, nigga, listen. I would say that if I don't know, like if a woman woke up one day and her pussy just popped up that day, then they'd be like, "What is that? I don't know. I never had a pussy before." But if you've been walking around with your pussy all your life, you should know your body smells. You know what I'm saying? You should know your pussy smells. You should know how to maintain your pussy.
There are a lot of women that subscribe to the pussy smells like pussy, because there's always the whole conversation of women, people talking about pussy smelling sweet and all that other kind of thing, and they're like, pussy smells like pussy. So maybe for them that's what they think pussy's supposed to smell like.
No, nigga, no. I mean that could be it could be a thing, but at the end of the day, you should know your pH balance. You know your shit.
Says that she ain't got no friends. How her friends know what her pussy smell like? Mel lady says exactly. I know they smell themselves. Shit, I can walk in the bathroom and work and be like, somebody needs a douche. Douching is bad for you. No one needs a douche.
You need something.
Yes, douching is actually really bad for you.
They need something. Put a tic tac that motherfucker.
You should not be douching. Douching is actually bad for you. Unless you're douching with just plain water, because that does throw your pH balance off. That's old school thinking. Douching.
Well, so why do they still sell it in the store? Summer's Eve and all that other shit.
People still buy it. Because people still buy it.
Because Summer's Eve had that commercial. Have you ever,
had a not so fresh day?
When they hit it, they were bullshit. They was like,
I'm gonna need you to go in there. I'm gonna need you to go in there. Summer Eve, that shit.
No, douching is not good for you. And technically, Summer's Eve soap, like if you speak to your gynecologist, Summer's Eve is not good for your vagina either. You just need some basic Dove soap, some type of unscented soap is what you should be putting down there. And here's the thing. So every woman is different. So you got to know your pH. You have to drink enough water. That's just a given. What you eat and what you drink will come out in your juices. So if you eat asparagus, it's going to make your juices taste and or smell differently.
Smells like rotten soap.
But actually, gynecologists will tell you not to use soap either. They say that the vagina cleanses itself and you need to just use water and wipe it. I personally, when my doctor told me that, I was like, I need soap in my vagina.
I'm going to tell you this. I'm no doctor or nothing like that, but you need to put something on it. You need to freshen it up. You know what I'm saying?
One Scorpio chicken, go ahead and get tipsy with us tonight, girl. Go ahead and get tipsy. But no, so
we'll stick up.
So here's the thing. Vaginosis, it said red meat makes you stink. Vaginosis, bacterial vaginosis, is something that can crop up like that morning, right? Mm. So bacterial vaginosis is basically similar to a yeast infection, but bacterial vaginosis, the biggest way you know you have it is because it smells like dumpster juice, right? Literally dumpster juice.
Dumpster juice.
It is horrific.
Dumpster juice.
Bacterial vaginosis, the smell of that bacterial vaginosis, you can literally, when you have bacterial vaginosis, you can literally take a shower right now, and an hour from now, you could be sitting at your desk and open your legs and smell yourself through your clothes. Bacterial vaginosis, I didn't even know that it existed till I got married the first time, right? And I was having sex with my husband. We waited till we got married to have sex. So we all excited. We having sex or whatever. The whole time, first of all, it's burning like hell. And I'm like, why is this burning like hell? And afterwards, I'm like, what the hell is this smell? Oh my God. So I go to the doctor. The doctor says, oh, you have bacterial vaginosis. I immediately was like, this nigga done gave me an STD, right? And so they were like, and so, but it's not an STD. But so bacterial vaginosis really is just another thing where your pH just got thrown off really bad. And now you got to take these pills called Flagyl. You can't drink alcohol with these pills because they actually prescribe Flagyl to alcoholics sometimes, keep them from drinking. Because if you drink with Flagyl, you'll be thrown up and you'll be deathly ill. Let's see. Lotus Lioness says Yanni steaming is everything. Take a bath with some white vinegar. I put 2 capfuls of bleach in my bath water. That's just me. I always have. I've been doing that. I've been putting it in my daughter's bath water. My mother used to say, your daughter ain't gonna never have no pussy hair because you keep putting bleach in the bath water. Groin area needs soap. It's like armpits. I just had a Yanni steam this week for the first time. Birthday gift to myself. Yeah, so that's what happened. It was the pretty driven. They told me that I was basically allergic to my husband's sperm. And so
Is that
for
really
a
a thing?
very long, yeah,
Was it?
the semen affects. That's how come you can't have raw sex and let every nigga nut in you, because it's gonna throw off your
So
pH, right?
right, I'm saying, but is that because of something that like maybe he was eating or something like that?
I mean, every man has different semen. I don't know the anatomy of semen, but for whatever reason, and a lot of women have this issue. For whatever reason, they ended up telling me that I was allergic to his semen. So for a long time, until my body got used to it,
So
for a long
so wait.
time, for like the first year or two of our marriage, I always had either yeast infection or vaginosis off and on for, because I was allergic to the semen. And then eventually my body got used to it and it stopped happening.
So maybe we as men need to eat pineapples and shit. Huh? Yeah. Be on our pineapple shit, right? How about that?
Okay, one Scorpio Chica says, I must say, since I've been in menopause, I have no smell at all. Just really clean and light. My doctor says since I changed my diet, I probably don't have all those hormones affecting me. Yeah, because it's about your hormones. It's about what you're eating. It's about what you're drinking. It's so many different things. You stress sometimes. It's so many different things. Yes, bleach. Just, it's a whole bath full of water. 2 capfuls of bleach in your bath water. You won't even notice it. It does. And I'm gonna tell you, I got a sensitive vajayjay, right? Like you can breathe on this thing with bad breath, and I got a yeast infection. Like it's
Damn.
super sensitive. So I told Brian that's how I know that me and him were compatible, because when we had sex and he came in me, I ain't get no yeast infection. I ain't get no BV or nothing. I was like, you're good to go.
Whoop whoop. Brian got the clean semen. Whoop whoop. I'm
Too
just
much
saying.
and too little alkaline in sperm can affect the woman. So yeah, I mean, yeah, the man's diet, what he's drinking, it's all of that affects it. If you've been drinking alcohol, it changes the smell and the taste of it. You know what I mean? Like generally, when we taste cum, we know what y'all been eating and drinking for real.
Whoa. Whoa. When you what? Excuse me? Say it.
Taste cum.
Oh my goodness. This is definitely an adult radio show. You hear me? We're talking about cum tasting and shit now? What the
Yeah.
fuck?
So that's why Lotus Linus made the comment about the pineapples, right? Because if you eat a lot of sweet things, naturally sweet things, it will make your
Uh-huh.
juices naturally
Oh.
sweeter.
Is that the secret, really? Mm.
Yeah, it really is.
Pineapple juice,
Water
huh?
and naturally sweet things make your secretions taste sweeter.
Oh, amen. So here's the thing. What I don't understand is if that is like I don't know, the fun fact of the pussy day, then why aren't more women just out here just eating like pineapple should never fucking be in stock at this point, right? Like ever. Like women should be taking stock in pineapple juice, correct?
Pineapple,
I don't get it.
Pineapple, strawberries, anything sweet, honestly. I think I don't really know why more women aren't doing it. I was about to make up something, but I don't really know. So Mail Lady has a question. She says, now that I no longer have a period, I stay horny 24/7. Anybody else have this happy issue? I haven't had a period since 2014. I had a hysterectomy in 2014. A partial hysterectomy. I don't know if I can say honestly, because I've always had a super high sex drive, so I've always been kind of horny 24/7. But I have heard from a lot of women, like, because the way I think biologically, women, we hit our sexual peak at around like 40.
Yeah.
Men hit their sexual peak at like 20. So thanks God. That was a really, jokes on you.
Nigga, we got this shit called testosterone. And as we get older, that shit starts, that shit gets depleted, you know what I mean? So it's just, yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, so
That's what happens.
definitely, your diet plays a big part. Maybe some women don't know that. I don't know. I tell my daughter things like that. But we talked about before how like the kid people are getting younger and younger, so they don't have the information to give to the next generation.
Right.
So you have to each one teach one. You got to tell these young girls, drink more water, eat more fruit, pineapples especially. Just and men need to do the same thing because, like I said, if y'all think y'all cum don't taste like nothing, like red meat makes it a lot more salty. Drinking alcohol makes it a lot more salty.
Well, I don't drink, so I don't. Yeah, I don't drink, so I don't drink. I don't smoke. I drink water like all the time,
So
like
then your
all the.
cum probably tastes pretty good.
I just drink water all. I mean, every now and again, I have apple juice or orange juice or something like that. But but for the most part, all I do is drink is water. Every now and then, a Gatorade here and there. But I'm a water guy. I like to flush my. I like to flush
So
my system.
your cum is probably good then.
It's probably tasty. It's probably going to be tasty. Pretty tasty. My guys are pretty tasty.
You think
Yeah.
it's tasty?
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, just based upon the education that you're given about, what I'm saying, if you're drinking water and pineapple, I don't drink no pineapple juice, but I drink apple juice and orange juice. But primarily, I just drink water all the time.
Yeah, and water is good. Now, I know that for me, I don't drink a lot of water, right?
Oh.
I don't drink a lot of water. I've never had any complaints. Let's be clear.
And you be drinking liquor. Mm.
I do. But I know how to take very good care of my hoo-ha.
Oh, well, that's great. Awesomeness. Cool.
But so yeah, between so what about is hair a thing for y'all? Like, okay, so
Yeah,
I prefer not to have hair in my food.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah.
You want hair in your food?
No, I'm talking the way. No, what are you talking about?
I drink 60 to 80 ounces of water every day. Good for you. Let me just tell you, honestly, I know I don't drink enough water. Like, I'm proud of myself if I got in like 2 bottles of water. One Scorpio Chica says I hate hair.
Yeah, I don't like it either. I don't
But
like
has
it.
that ever made you say like, yeah, no, I don't want to do this, or you just weed through?
I'm not gonna say it made me. I'm not gonna say.
Chick. Brian said the same chick. So she had a dick and lots of
hair. Yeah, I was like,
I'm not gonna
like,
say.
Hey, how we doing? What's up? I'm like, nah, nigga. It's not doing that.
I'm not really gonna say it stopped me, but typically, like those are like fact-finding questions you wanna. If the conversation like leans that way, you know what I'm saying? You kind of like want to ask that question. Like, I mean, so I'm saying, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's the question that you want to ask typically before, you know what I'm saying, you get down there. So like if there's a time where I've been down there and there's some extra stubble, you know what I mean? I'd be like, really? I'm almost like, really? Like, I'm going to need you to, you know what I mean? But,
so you don't want it like that 70s bush.
Oh, fuck no. Absolutely not. No
Let me
way.
tell y'all. So when I got married at 21, right? When I got married at 21 in the year 2000, people weren't really shaving like they are now, right? So me and my husband, we ended up getting a divorce or whatever. It wasn't 2000. I'm making it up. Yeah, it was 2000. So 2004, fast forward to 2014. Now, we're broke up or whatever. And I decided to like me and my ex, one of my exes was going to have sex or whatever. And he said to me, I wasn't shaving. I've never been like a super hairy person anyway. So you're changing the subject of the show, sir. You know what he said, Paul? He said, "Oh, one of your exes you still friends with, right?"
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
B, hey, B. I think you need to pull out that veto card, my nigga. Pull out your veto card. Slam that motherfucker on the table like the big Joker, nigga. Now, veto that. You hear me?
Anyway, so me and one of my exes decided we're gonna hook up for old time's sake or whatever. And I'm not like a super hairy person in general, but I had hair. I wasn't shaving at all. And he said to me, he was like, "You know, people shave now, right?" I was like,
Yeah, I'm gonna
"What?
need you to
Do
get rid of
they?"
it. Like,
Like, if he had
it's
never told me
2022.
that, I wouldn't have known. Like, I know. Okay, so somebody has a question. Lotus Lioness says, "Do y'all wax, shave, or use clippers, or all the above?" Fellas, you first.
Why the fellas always fellas first? Why don't y'all talk?
Well, I don't.
I
Well,
talk all the time.
I just shave my. I just shave it.
You shave yours.
I
Brian,
got
tell
my.
us
I
what.
get.
You know, I had to buy a special device for Brian to shave with.
He didn't have to.
Let me. You know how you do. Like every time you talk in the middle of a conversation, we could be talking about what we eating for dinner, and he'd be like, "Yeah, I saw that Manscaped commercial. Did you know Manscaped does so and so?" This went on for like 3 months at least. In the middle of just anywhere, he would be like, "Yeah, you know that Manscaped, they say it works in water." I'm just like, so I'm like, Brian, you want Manscaped? Like, so
Yeah, I mean,
I bought him a clipper. It's called Manscaped, and
okay.
it's made specifically for men and their manscaping.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I,
So you
yeah,
want
I
to tell
yeah,
them
I
about
just
the
get.
product? Tell them
Yeah, you
about
never
the
told me,
product.
B. But I mean, I got my little, my own little kit. Bam, get
Yeah,
it all gone.
I had that too, but this one is designed
Just for
not
that.
not to clip, not to clip your balls.
It doesn't nick you.
It doesn't nick you at all.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that one day. I'm gonna need you to send me the email. Yeah, send me that shit because the
See,
ones I got
see,
is the
that's the
right
main thing.
I got my regular hair clippers, right? So like when you're doing it, like you got to be real motherfucking easy.
Yeah.
Nigga, have you ever used the regular clippers and you nicked
Yes.
that mouth? Oh my God.
Yes.
Nigga, listen.
That's
I
why I
thought
said
I
Manscaped
was
was so needed.
man,
So he
listen.
got
Yeah.
Manscaped now. So he
Okay.
manscapes.
Okay. I need
I
that.
personally, I like to get waxed. I hear the ladies in the comments are talking about sugaring. Sugaring is very simple, similar to waxing, except they use sugar. Um,
Oh.
and it's supposed to be more natural and better for you. It doesn't last as long as waxing, I've been told, but sugaring is the same premise as waxing. I like to go get waxed because I really like. I had a friend who had laser surgery just to have it lasered off because it's yeah. She I would know whenever she had to do like 8 or 9 treatments of it, but she would always be like, "Oh, bitch, my ass is burning. I got laser today." I've considered that because I hate shaving so much. It's so annoying. I just don't understand why the hair won't just not come back.
So
But I
so when
prefer waxing.
y'all go waxing, it's like it just what the like you just wax it and rip it off?
Yeah.
Oh no. I'm
I
good.
took
I'll
Brian
take
to one of my appointments.
you got wax B?
No, well, I took him when I got waxed.
I'm
Oh
about to
shit.
say. I
So
thought,
he
like, nigga, you the
so
better sport than me, bro.
he sat in the room and watched me get waxed. My daughter wanted like one of those hot wax machines for home. So he let her hot wax his back.
Oh no, nope, not gonna do that. That look like it hurt. Did it hurt?
As you can see, he's a pretty hairy guy. So
It wasn't that bad.
It doesn't that bad?
you
I'm
know he
not good.
likes pain. That brings us to the BDSM. You know he likes pain.
Oh, does he now? Okay. Let's see what we got.
Okay, it says I'm reading the comments. They still talking about waxing. I mean, they talking about sugaring. Wait a minute, what I miss? Somebody said what's sugaring? Thank you, because band-aids don't stick down there. Don't put a band-aid down there, it won't stay. Mel lady says regular waxing breaks me out. Sugaring leaves it smooth. Lasts for a month. It's only bad the first time. Follow-ups are easy peasy. Yeah, you know, I like waxing. Like I said, and me and my wax lady, and it's so funny because like you're sitting there with your legs open, and we're just talking about everything under the sun. We talk about her son and what he got for Christmas, and you know, just I thought that like getting your ass waxed would hurt, but the ass wax is the easiest part. Like that's just no big deal.
Oh my goodness. It's conversations like this, like from the what is it, deep bacterial vaginosis to the menopause to the period to the fucking
See, we
smells
have
to
to go through a lot.
listen, B, holla if you hear me. I am so glad I'm a motherfucking man. Did you hear me high five that brother? Bow. I'm like, nigga, what? Oh my God. It's too much. It's too much. I gotta get waxed, all that. I'm good. Thank you. I'm good. I can't deal with all. Y'all gotta
And
push
then we
babies
gotta go
out
through
and
all that shit. We gotta go through all that shit beforehand, and then afterwards we gotta deal with y'all shit. So I mean, seriously.
whatever.
You should eat that fucking apple. Should have minded your damn business.
B, listen. Say that one more again, brother. Say it
Y'all
again, because
shouldn't
I
have
heard.
that goddamn apple. Should have minded your damn business.
Say it one more time.
We didn't eat the apple.
Oh yeah.
Listen.
It was
Y'all don't want me
easy.
to tell you a story? Like, need I remind you? Because I can tell the story. The fuck?
Lotus Liner said her wax lady gets her Christmas present first. I know that's right, because me and my wax lady are close. She's a nice black lady, Shantae. And me and Shantae, we talk about everything, honey. Well, Shantae is like the bartender. The wax lady is like our bartender. Like if you were to go to the bar and tell your life to the bartender, we tell it to the wax lady.
Okay.
So,
Sounds
but
good.
Brian, so he let my daughter wax his back. As a matter of fact, I went live in our poly group and let them watch him get his back waxed. But I told y'all we're moving on to BDSM talk. Brian likes pain, right?
What?
So he likes pain. So he likes. We talked about like who likes nipple play or whatever. He likes like I have a hard time giving him what he likes because I feel like I'm hurting him. Because he likes his nipples to be bitten. And I feel like, your friend is a weirdo.
You married it.
You like to be bitten?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
Hey, listen. No
like
judgment here, brother. No judgment.
I like to be bitten. So what Brian will do, what he will do is he will like say he's like eating my pussy or whatever, and then I come when he finally decides to stop torturing me and making me come over and over again. What he'll start doing is he will start biting the insides of my thighs. It literally makes me come all over again. Like I love.
You two motherfuckers, listen, I just hope y'all don't live too far from the church, is all I'm saying. I hope y'all do not live too far from the church. You hear me?
Excuse me, the Bible says that the marriage bed is not defiled. So whatever we agree to and
you know what? This is true. And since y'all are married, y'all can do whatever little nasty, little kinky thing y'all want to do. And Jesus is not going to frown upon it at all. But you got to think that Jesus up there looking down at you, Brian, like, you a nasty mother. I know he is.
You know what it is.
I know it is.
So I didn't think that I was into pain, right? I used to always be like, no, I don't really like pain.
I told her she was.
But only during sex, right? So if you're fucking me good enough, you can literally do anything. And I would be like, all right, like, you know what I mean? That works. You know what I'm saying? So I have realized that I like to be bitten. I like a good spank. Like there are times that I've even said to him, hit me harder. Like I like a good spank. I like a good, nice, I don't know. It's something about that I like. Paul, I love to be choked. Listen, and when he gets a good choke in where I get like lightheaded, oh my God.
Lightheaded?
Oh Oh my God. Let me get lightheaded. Like I feel like I'm about to pass out. I'm coming everywhere. Like I just am like, oh my God. It was amazing. It's amazing.
You two need Jesus. Y'all need Jesus. Y'all definitely
Mel
need
Lady
Jesus.
says, I get bit and that shit hurts, but I'm concentrating on the D too much to worry about it. Mel Lady, listen, a good choke. You got to choke me good now. Don't, if you want to choke me, don't play. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you want to choke me, choke me. That's all I'm saying.
Listen, I know what I'm getting you two for Christmas. I'm getting you guys one of those defibrillating kits that can shock the shit. I'm gonna get y'all one of those motherfucking kits just in
Oh, you
case.
know what? I like the little shock machine too. You put the little shock machine right in your thighs and hit the shock. I like that.
What? Nah, I'm not.
See,
I'm
he say,
not. You know,
He said,
I mean, I don't mind. I mean, I don't mind a little bit of pain, a little teeny bit, but we're not gonna go too far with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind like a little nipple play. You know what I'm saying? Get my nipples in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? I'm good with that.
no,
You know.
listen, and if it gets real good to me, Brian likes when it gets real good to me because then I inflict pain on him, right? So if it gets real good to me, then I will bite him harder, or I will scratch him harder, or I might choke him. I usually do the choke like when I'm on top. If I'm on top, I'm good for a good little choke. He like that. You don't
Oh
like
my
that?
God. What? To be choked?
Yes.
Me?
You never let a
No.
woman choke you?
No, I mean, nah, I'm not choke me. Nah, we ain't doing none of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm afraid that, a woman might, start choking me, have a flashback, like if I hurt her feelings before and try to tap my ass out of that motherfucker. I'm good, dude. I'm good.
Mel Lady, don't do us. Talk about Rick James wrote that song Super Freak for Ebony and Brian.
He definitely did. He
Yeah, that ain't
definitely did.
nothing. Brian said that ain't
I'm-
nothing. Yeah, that ain't nothing for us. That's regular shit.
Regular Tuesday.
Yeah, that's a regular Tuesday have to do.
You motherfuckers, y'all need Jesus for real though. But it's cool though because at least the good thing about it is at least you two are willing to explore the other side of things for the other person. You know what I'm saying? So it always keeps it interesting. So it's like it seems like it's never a dull moment. You know what I'm saying? And I think that that's good and that's healthy because sometimes in relationships, if you don't express what it is that you like with the other person, you know what I mean? That's how motherfuckers, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
But we don't have that problem. We don't have that problem because we poly.
I know, but I'm just saying. But I mean, for those of us who aren't in that situation,
Those of you who are not poly,
and for those of you who don't,
like I said before, I think that you can't be everything for one person. I still stick to that. I don't think that any one person can be everything for another one person. So those of you who are not poly, now you are tasked with how you can be everything for one person. So in that case, you have to suck it up and do some shit that you might not fucking like because that's what that one person likes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't particularly care for it in the ass, right? I like a good finger in the ass, but I don't particularly care for anal sex.
right?
So if that's
Like,
what he's feeling like, if that's
who
what he's
wants to do
feeling
that?
like, man, I just want to do some butt fucking this week. Call Cindy. Like I'm not, like I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm cool with that.
So let me. So now I got my brother on the air right now. So brother, let me ask you a question, right? And let me know if I'm going too far. Just let me know because what I'm saying. You don't have to answer this question. But whenever is there a time that you feel like, you know what? I don't want this pussy. I want this ass. Like what the fuck? Is there a time where you be like, you know what? I feel like doing some ass fucking today. Like, is that really a thing, or is that
Yeah.
For
really?
you?
Yeah. I'm asking for you. Has never been a thing for you?
Yeah, it can be. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't imagine. I can't imagine that. I can't even imagine that.
They feel.
I don't even understand. Huh?
I said they feel eerily similar, but just one's just tighter than the other. So
So for you, it's about the tightness.
it can be. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I think also, like when we first, like we started talking or whatever, I kept telling him it's never gonna happen, and he kept saying, "I'm gonna get your ass." And I kept saying, "No, you're not." He kept saying, "Yes, I am." So then I was like, "Okay, okay. If we ever get married, of course, I didn't think we would ever actually get married, right?" I was like, "If we ever get married, you can fuck me in the ass."
Surprise! Hey, you walk right into that. You walk right. You walk right into that. But I tell you that, you walk right into that.
Mail lady says he's afraid he going. Oh, somebody says we know Paul ain't playing with the butts. He's afraid he's gonna get boo boo on his fingers. And Adeline says Paul wants to feel the tightness now.
No, the fuck I don't.
Actually, some
No, I don't.
men find that the tightness of the
Hey,
clitoris is
listen,
uncomfortable. Some men.
listen, listen. I would rather have the tennis ball full of. I would rather have the pussy full of tennis balls than to do it in the asshole. You hear me? Give me the. Hey, give me the tennis ball pussy. You hear me? Give me that. I'm not. Nope.
You say that now.
No.
You say that
I'm
now.
not just.
You say
Nope.
that now. I think,
good.
to me, honestly, I think the whole fascination with men fucking women in the ass is just because they know that, like, there are women who love it. Like, I have girlfriends that love it. They'd be like, yes, girl, I can't wait to get this dick in the ass, right? But a lot of women, like, that's like the forbidden zone. So I think that a lot of men just get off on the idea that they got to do what most men can't do, which is fuck her in the ass.
But see, I'm gonna tell you like this though.
Yeah.
I was feeling the same way you were until I got the anal beads. I was like, these beads came out clean as hell. So I was like, I should be good.
Man, listen, bro. I mean, like I said, listen. This is the reason why I love this show and this platform because you know what I'm saying. This is a no judgment fly zone, so no one's gonna judge you on your sexual preference, your freak level. You know what I'm saying? But I don't. You know, it's one of those things where I think if I did it, I would have to be drunk. And since how I don't drink, I guess I'm never gonna do it because I just can't. I just can't see it, bro. I can't. I just can't see it. I just can't do it. I don't know. But you know, there's a thing that says never say never because you never know.
Never say never.
You
I
never
think
know.
Brian has a thing for double penetration too. Or is it just me?
Why you say that?
He likes to stick stuff in my butt while he's inside of me.
Oh my God.
You seem to enjoy it.
I do enjoy it.
Oh my. You know what? Nasty asses. Nasty asses.
I'm telling
Hey, look.
listen, I'm telling you, you're gonna come so much harder.
I doubt it. But listen.
Ladies, I ain't never been a man, so I can't. I've been told that the prostate is where y'all come hard, but I can't speak for that. Can you speak for that?
Listen.
Okay, I can't speak for that, but I can tell the ladies that even if it's just a thumb in the ass, while you're coming, you're gonna come so much harder. It's gonna shock you.
I ain't do it. Listen, I just want to say, yeah, it's like getting late. It's like 10.
Yeah.
It's like 10:30. This has been a long little episode, but I want to say thank you guys. Well, okay, before we go, what are we gonna talk about on Wednesday? What are we talking about? So let's have a topic already ready to go. Get it in.
I don't know. Does our audience have any suggestions? What do y'all want to talk about Wednesday?
Which I want to talk about on
Wednesday. Fucking in the ass is like fucking a virgin. Have you ever fucked a virgin, Paul? In your adulthood, have you ever fucked a virgin?
Not as an adult. No. Not as an adult. Not as an adult. Do they exist? That's some unicorn shit right there. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was back in high school, you know what I'm saying, in college and shit.
If you have like a girlfriend or a significant other or whatever, if you just don't have sex with them for like a couple months, isn't that like virgin pussy?
No.
I don't know.
I know. Yeah.
You don't like virgin pussy? Why you don't like virgin pussy?
Because it don't feel good. It hurts.
He said it hurts. But don't assholes, aren't they as tight as that?
Listen.
What? What? I'm listening.
It's scooching.
Right.
Listen, I had a bad experience in high school with a virgin.
Huh?
Huh?
What'd you say?
So I had a bad experience in high school with a virgin. Cause I didn't know she was a virgin. So I'm in here.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I know. I mean, huh?
I called her bottle cap.
Yeah.
She said, "Why you call me that?" I said, I mean, the summertime you get the bottle of soda in the summer, you try to open it, you can't open it because it's wet, and you just keep going in circles. You hurt your hand trying to open it. That's why I call it a bottle cap.
It's just not gonna work. It's not
It's
gonna
just
get
not
in.
gonna work.
It's not gonna work.
Wait a minute. Did the ladies ever answer me when I asked them have they ever refused to have sex with a dude because he was
No,
too
they
big?
didn't answer.
Ladies, I need answers before we go. Have you ever refused to have sex with a dude because he was too big or too small? So my answer is I'm always up for the challenge. So there's not a too big for me.
God damn. That's why Brian be putting his fist in your ass. You just told on yourself on the air, caught you, bam,
wrong,
got him.
wrong. No fist
No.
will fit in my vaginal cavity. It will not fit.
It
What you mean? Yeah, it will.
You just say I have babies there. This what are you talking
No, I'm
about?
talking about it won't fit without it
Exactly.
hurting and being uncomfortable.
That's not what you said. You said it won't fit. You stopped.
Okay, well it won't fit without it hurting and being uncomfortable, and I'm not with that. Who said they like it big? Adeline says I like it big. Pretty Driven says yes. One Scorpio Chica says me too. Lotus Liner says yes. Too small or too big for the yeses. Mel Lady says tonight started emotional but ended very enlightened. I so enjoy these talks. Sometimes y'all make me cry, and sometimes y'all have me dying. So all the yeses, is it because it was too small or too big? So I've never refused sex because it was too small or too big. I only had one experience so I had this one dude. We had been talking for like 4 months. And we finally decided we're going to spend the night together or whatever. But so if you ever talk to me on that level, I always make sure that like dudes know that I'm fat in real life, right? So I always say stuff like, yeah, I'm fat. I say negative things about myself. And he was like, you know what? We're going to do an exercise when you come over. So I'm like, okay. I live like an hour and a half away from him. So he came, he picked me up or whatever, we go. And so we take showers and everything, we get in bed. The exercise was that we were both going to be completely naked. And we were going to start from head to toe and list the things that we don't like or we're uncomfortable or insecure about with our bodies. So he was like, I'll go first. And so he did. He started, I have this scar right here on my eyebrow. It came from when I hit a ball. He went on and on and on. Get down. He's about to reveal the D, right? So I'm looking like, okay, here goes. And when he pulled the sheet down, I struggled to make sure because everyone says that like whatever I'm thinking is on my face. So I'm like trying to keep a straight face because I was like his dick was so small, right? So I'm like, oh. And he was like, he said, I know that, I don't have the biggest dick or whatever, but, it's the dick that I got. It's the dick God gave me. So,
I mean, yeah, that's facts. That's big facts, no caps. Whatever you got is what you got. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't really know how, like, God determines, like, who gets the big one, who gets the small. I mean, I don't know how he determines that. But, I mean, you can only work with what you got. Whatever you got is what you got, and that's all you can do, and you can't do no more. You know what I'm saying? You just deal with the shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So the first time that we had sex, now let me just tell you, he was a head monster, right? Like he could have gotten, and I think that like usually when you know that you have a little dick or whatever, or your dick game is wet, you overcompensate with the head. So when I tell you that the head was out of this world, right? We already had sex, and I'm just like, oh God, it was so disappointing. And I was like, so all my girlfriends knew that I had been waiting. I really liked him. I had been waiting these 4 months to have sex with this dude. So they all called me like, girl, tell me about it. I was like, bitch, his dick is so small. It's just not going to work. But anyway, we kept talking or whatever. The next time I go over there, now at least I know, right? So I've mentally braced myself for the fact that, you know what I mean? But you're going to get some fire head. But when I tell you that this next time I went over there, this dude fucked me like I called my friends like, I don't know how this is possible. But like, this nigga just fucked the shit out of me. So that's how I learned the lesson that it doesn't really matter the size of the dick. It's really more about if he knows what he's doing.
Okay. I mean,
Because he blew my mind. Like, I mean, he blew my mind. I was like, he just fucked the shit out of me. I don't even know how. I don't even, but and so I've had dicks like that. And I also had my ex-fiance, I had never seen a dick that big.
oh.
Like, I had to go get a ruler. Like, this shit ain't real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could put my 2 hands around it and still I was like, this shit ain't real. I don't even know. Like, I can't take this dick, right? And so, of course, I stayed with him for like 2 years. When I always would joke and say, like, now that if we ever break up, I'm not gonna be able to take no regular dick because he been giving me this 12-inch dick all this time. Like, what am I supposed to do with regular dick?
12 inches.
Oh yeah, he had a big ass dick. In fact, the joke used to be that he's the reason why I had to have the hysterectomy because it got to a point where every time we had sex, I would bleed.
Damn.
And I was like, I've never had this problem before. I don't know why this is happening, but every time we had sex, I would bleed. And so I ended up having to have a hysterectomy during that relationship. So I thought that, like, I might be ruined. I'm never going to be able to have regular ass dick because this nigga been putting these 12 inches in me. But it's all a misnomer, ladies. You can take them all different sizes. Okay, let me read some of these comments. And a lot of women say they like small dicks. It says, I met an anaconda that I wasn't up for the challenge. One Scorpio chica says, I don't want nothing small. Sneezy says she said no to something that was too big. What's small to you, one Scorpio chica? People called me crazy, but I had to pass because it was too big. Lotus Linus, you passed on too small and too big, okay? Evelyn says too small, I got a stomach ache and I gotta go home.
See, I'll tell you.
That's what Brian said. He always used to tell women his stomach ain't feeling right. He gotta go.
I started dinner just in case it goes left. You already heard me say I didn't feel that well, so when I gotta go.
It's definitely the motion in the ocean, Mel Lady. It's funny, but we actually never met or had a small penis. It's so cute. One Scorpio chica, Sneezy said she had one that was small and a Minute Man. Don't even count him. I don't know. Whatever's too small to reach my G-spot, but I'm tipsy. You got one Scorpio chica, you got two. But here's the thing. That's a misnomer too, because listen, this finger right here can reach your G-spot. I know it because I've done it, right? So if this finger can reach your G-spot, then any size dick, honestly, can work for you if he knows what he's doing.
But that's true, but it's not true in a sense. And the reason why I say that is because, now I'm no sexologist or sex expert. But what I do know, when you take your finger, wait a minute, is my child still listening to this shit? God damn it. Is Bree on there listening to this? Bree, go to bed.
Just say what you have to say.
Anyway, what I do know is when you take your finger, the G spot is like in but up. You know what I'm saying? It's like up towards the front part of the vagina area.
You gotta angle it, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You gotta go up and then so it's like a come here type motion. You know what I'm saying? So if the G spot is up here, you take the penis and put it straight in, you're gonna miss the G spot. You're not hitting the G spot. That's why
you're gonna do that whether you have 12 inches or 6 if you're not angling it correctly.
But that's what I'm saying. So if you take your dick and you just put it straight in the hole, you're just gonna go in the hole. The G spot is toward the front up here. That's why they make the toy that they make for women to hit the motherfucking G spot. So that's why you can boom, but you gotta use a finger, maybe 2 fingers. In Brian's case, a whole fist, maybe. I don't motherfucking know. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? To get to that spot. You know what I mean? So yeah,
but what I'm saying is it doesn't matter the size of dick. Either you're gonna find the spot or you're not.
you gotta find it or not find it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta
Because
be like,
sometimes them big dicks ain't doing nothing. Like, you know what I mean? Just because he got a big dick doesn't necessarily mean he knows what
you
to
gotta
do.
be like Jacques Cousteau. You gotta go in there and explore around in that motherfucker. Oh,
Well, let me ask
there
you
you
this.
are.
Let me ask you this. Where do you stand on cock rings?
Excuse me. Come again? Say what? Cock
Where do
ring.
you stand? Where do you like cock rings? A lot of men say they don't like
Uh,
cock rings because they're so tight. But
no,
like, do you
not
like cock
no,
rings?
no. I don't. No, I don't cock rings. No, I don't do
You've
that.
never used a cock ring?
No. You're talking to a
Ever?
man who's never. No. What
Well,
the
the cock
fuck?
ring is usually a thing it's around you, but it also has like a little vibrating thing that's going to hit her. So like every time you're going in, y'all both getting the vibration, and you never tried the cock ring,
Motherfucker, no. No, I have not.
babe. Where
Listen,
do you stand? Wait a minute, babe. Where do you stand on cock rings?
Yeah.
listen. Here's the thing. I swear, I'm not even gonna lie to you. For so long, I be thinking I'm on my shit until I talk to you two niggas, motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking I'm like the freakiest nigga on earth that God has ever made. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with you, dude. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm not even on. See, here's everybody else's level, and then here's Brian and Ebony's level. So you can't even see it. It's not even on the screen. That's what it is. You say y'all shit is surpassed some other shit. You know what I'm saying? This nigga, yeah, y'all on a
It's
whole.
not. I feel like we do regular shit.
Listen, I'm not. Listen, I'm not doing. I guess I'm not doing no regular shit because I'm not putting no. I'm not doing it in the butt. I ain't putting on no cock ring and all this other shit. No, I'm not doing
Paul, all I'm trying to tell you is don't knock it
that.
till
What?
you try it. At least try the cock ring. And like I said, they make the cock ring where, like, you put the cock ring on, they might have a bullet right here. It's a win-win for both of y'all.
Oh,
Or
okay.
if you try the anal beads, they got a cock into the anal
It's
beads.
a cock ring with the anal bead. Listen, broaden your horizons. Try some new
You know
shit.
what? This is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna say. This is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it on live fucking TV. Well, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me make sure my child's not on. Wait a minute.
One Scorpio chica, you did. She talking about I'm really messed up. Good night, y'all. She done got herself drunk and shit.
What I'm
Doing the same
all
thing.
I'm gonna say is this. In 20, what year is it about to be? Is it about to be what year is it?
2022.
In 2022, I am gonna be like I'm doing the butt and hey,
Sexy. Ain't nothing wrong if you want to do
if you
the butt
want to do the butt
all night
all
long.
night long. And listen. On that, we're gonna be out of here Wednesday. What we talking about on Wednesday? What we gonna talk
Somebody
about?
said we need to be talking about sex toys on Wednesday. No, we have to talk about sex toys on Sunday. Wednesday, we're going to talk about some regular shit.
Wednesday regular shit. Anyway, between now and Wednesday, we'll figure out what we're gonna talk about. Right now, we're gonna close out. We're gonna get out of here. We're
Ew.
gonna what? What? What?
Wait, so
Can't say
male lady says cock rings can help a woman reach that big O. That's true. But I was saying ill to sneeze. He's talking about sounds like it does the same thing as a man who's uncircumcised. Ugh.
Don't say ill. Don't yuck her young. Don't do that.
That's okay. That's the thing that I've walked away from. I cannot do uncircumcised dick.
So we found something that not even you will do.
I mean, I hate to fuck somebody with an uncircumcised dick.
Oh,
But now that I'm 43, like I'm able to say, yeah, that's not gonna work.
That's not gonna work for you.
Mentally, he could have been the cleanliest man I ever met, but mentally, in my mind, I just feel like when you're uncircumcised, it's not that clean, and I can't. And my pussy won't get wet. I can't get past the idea that like it's.
What I'm gonna say is this. I think we're going to have a topic between now and Wednesday. You guys just make sure you.
Pretty Driven says let's talk about long distance relationships. We can talk about that on Wednesday a little bit.
We can talk about that long distance relationships, and then like we always do, we'll start off talking about that, and we'll end up somewhere else anyway. But that's what we're gonna do. But I want to say again,
I'm too old to make sure that it's clean. Like I cannot.
That shouldn't be
But real shit though.
That shouldn't be my job.
Yeah, I definitely want to say I thank you guys for being support and giving me support about what I'm saying early part of the show. I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me. It really does. I was in a somber mood, but you guys brought me back. I appreciate it. And again, thank you for those of you who continue to tune into Still Radio. Thank you. And also, I love having the people that come in, but shit, tell a friend to tell a friend and tell that friend and tell a friend. So let's get the word out. There's Still Radio, best damn radio show in all of America. And please, also, don't forget, go to Miss Hot Topics page. I'm quite sure she got some good, juicy shit for y'all about some sex and some other nasty shit and marital advice or whatever and how to keep the JJ clean with bleach. I mean, whatever she got good, I'm sure she got something in the goodie bag for you guys. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. So again, thank you guys for tuning in to Still Radio. I'm your man Still.
Wednesday, Benjamin, not tomorrow. Wednesday.
My
see you tomorrow. Is he gonna see you tomorrow, Benjamin? To see you tomorrow?
Oh, all right, fam. I'm here. You know where I'll be. I'll be right here.
We'll be back Wednesday.
We'll be back Wednesday, but he's coming to the gym tomorrow. So again, thank you guys for tuning in to Still Radio. I'm your man Still, my two lovely co-hosts. Once again, thank you as always. I love you, B. I do, man. So good night, Ebony, aka Miss Hot Topic, Brian, aka I do. Yeah, I love you too, sis. I love you guys both. I really do.
No, it doesn't feel the same. It didn't feel the same when you said it to me. Never mind. I don't want it.
I love you. I love you. Anyway, until next time, people, Wednesday at 8:30. Peace. Thank you, guys. Good night.
Love you, fam.
I love you, my man.